All right, I'm on finally. Sorry. Sorry. It's a combination of things today. First of all, I did not realize that I had not finished setting up the scene for Black Mirror 2. So I apologize for that. I really did not even think about that. So we're gonna do that really fast here. And then also, I was in the bathroom, so I apologize. I was busy for a bit. I wasn't able to get back here in time, so fortunately, it looks like a lot of this stuff is already pretty close to ready for me. Like for example, the logo and stuff is not going to be a problem to get. Let me grab it actually. Okay, and it's going to be, where are we? This, and then here, this, here, this. I didn't save it in here, did I? Oh, I did. That's fine. Okay. I don't know how, like, I don't remember, first of all, where things were lined up in the original game. And I also don't know where things are going to be in this game versus that. If it's going to be the same, or I don't know any of that. So we're just going to move this side a bit. I'm assuming this is also mature, but like teen mature or something along those lines. Let me grab another one here. Yeah. Okay, for right now, I'm just gonna do. Let's do that, I guess. Yeah, that's probably what it is, right? I don't even know. How do I? How did I set that up? Let's see what that is. Share it all, huh? Okay, let's do this then. No, not that. This maybe? I don't even know. What good one is gonna be? This. I'm gonna try this. We'll just say this for now. It could be wrong. It could be incorrect. Not, you know, that word flipped it. Could be not listed as not mature enough or something. That's possible. I don't know, but okay. And then finally, I'm gonna have to open it to see. I'm trying to remember where I have it installed. I think it's on Steam, but I'm not 100% on that, so we'll find out, I guess. Library. Also, this is one of those that's going to shift all of my windows and stuff, so I might have to do a little finagling to get it to make sense. Huh. That's interesting. I don't think I've heard of that before. The Wandering Village. Looks like it's a building management type game or something, but okay. So I want. No, it is not on Steam. It's in the other. My absent-mindedness is biting me in the butt today. Normally, I have this stuff done ahead of time. I completely spaced doing it until like right as like 5 minutes before, and then I had to go, or 10 minutes before, and then I had to go in the other room, like I was saying. So, it's well, it's gonna be whatever it is, I guess. Sorry, I'm so disorganized today. Apologize about that. Wait a second here. Going fast enough at first before it started down, because I don't even have it downloaded, but it's installing now. It's not it's not gonna be too long anyway. Before I even had it installed, or before or when I can't talk, when I very first started installing it today, it did this whole like not knowing my download speed and stuff. It was saying like more than a day. I was like, it better not take more than a day. We will be doing something else, because there's no friggin' way. But it's not. It won't take that long. It just is what it is. We're like a third of the way through the install, so it won't take a lot long. A little bit, but not too much longer. I really wish I would have used my head. I set up, so when I decided I was going to do this, I have to ahead of time set up the stream for YouTube and for Odyssey, and I did that. And then completely forgot about setting up my scene in my software. So I really should look into also, by the way, let's see. Never really used it. I really should look into Streamlabs, see if I can do that, because it's an alternative to OBS and it might be better. I don't know, but it very well might be, right? So I need to look into it and see. Because I don't know if it comes with all this stuff or if I have to do plugins. Like, so with OBS, the thing is you get the base software, but then you have to do plugins for things like streaming multiple platforms and stuff, which is not, you know, anyway, you get the idea. I've been using OBS for years, right? But I totally could just use Streamlabs probably or something. It does depend, but I mean, like cost, if I need to do certain things, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, see, like I can do multiple streams, but I have to pay like $20 a month or $150 a year. I don't really make any money from streaming, so I'm not sure if that's really worth it. I know, but it's something to look. It was something to look into anyway. Okay, that's installed now. So let me go over here. Okay, I'm gonna have to now move this over. Something like this much. I feel like it's maybe more like this. And then move this over. And then when I start, it's probably gonna totally shift over, which is fine. But I mean, I have to be ready for that, right? So, and I'm gonna have to open it and then come back to the software just so that I can say, oh, here we go. Actually, it looks like it did not shift. Interesting. Well, I'm not complaining. Okay, let's put stuff back. It's not way over like it was for the other one, apparently, which is good. Good news for me. Okay, so I want to add, let's go back to this now. Then I want to add game capture. Okay, and it's going to be, yeah, that's fine, I think. Let's see, if I go like this, it's not capturing that. Why? Where's my properties on this? Why did that? What? Oh, this. That's the wrong thing. Limit window. This. Why did this not? This is going to screw it up. It's not going to be something I can use. Awesome. Okay, let's remove that. This gets challenging sometimes. It's really kind of frustrating. Okay, let me just do this. And say. Okay. And then it's going to be. Where is, trying to find my mirror or my window for black mirror. Is it literally not? All right, yeah. Let's remove this also. Well, I could probably do this actually instead of this. Nope, I can't. It's fine. Getting this all set up ahead of time is really smart. So glad I did that. Okay. This one. That window. Yep. So, oh, and I also want to get rid of. No, I don't want that. It's fine. Like his, that's okay. And then if I get into here. Whoa! What happened? Why? Really? This is gonna be pain and not let me see, huh? So I'm here. No, it did show up. Okay. It just was delayed, I guess. Okay, I want to do that below the other stuff, though. There. So now, if I go here. There we go. Jeez, it took long enough. I apologize, everybody. Okay. It's gonna bug me if that's not better. Okay. Now, okay, my understanding with this game is that the end of the first game, pretty much Samuel ended up offing his whole family. That's my understanding. I mean, we had, I don't remember her name, but I guess it was like the grandmother, right? Not his mom, I don't think. I think it was like his grandmother. She was old enough, she's not going to have any more kids, right? He had killed his grandfather before the game got going. At the very beginning, he was the one who killed his grandfather, unbeknownst to us until the end. And he killed his uncle. He killed like the gardener and stuff. Anyway, he basically was like psychotic, like had a curse and he got taken over, whatever you want to say. And he killed pretty much everybody in the family, everybody else in the family, so that nobody, like basically his spree resulted in there being nobody left to carry on the family name. So the Gordon family, that's my understanding at least. So the Gordon family got completely wiped out. So we're with a totally different protagonist in this one, I think. And somehow it's going to tie into the Black Mirror castle, which is whatever, or manor, or whatever, mansion, which is what everything in the original game tied into, right? So in the first game, it was all tied to that castle and the curse on the castle. So this is something else tied to that same curse, I believe. All right. Easy is additional help. Option to skip special puzzles. Receive further tips. Normal. No additional help. I mean, this is what, like little, like, you can get a hint type thing? Yeah, let's do normal. I don't think I want anything beyond that. Oh, hang on.
Get on with it! Stick the damn fuse back in!
Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna start over. Main menu. Yep. This whole, like, chat covering it halfway thing is not okay. So I'm gonna have to come back. Let's see. I don't know how far over I can go with this. I don't have that much. See if I can do something, manage something that way. Hang on a second. Let's see. Here. Okay. So with this, if I bring this now down for a second, line it up. Yep. So I this. Hang on, gosh. Where is the one thing versus the other? I can't find. It's down here. I was like, okay. I want this. Is what I just. Okay. So. Trying to figure out what's the best way to do this. I guess I could like this. This is so difficult to do because it's like, okay, I have an idea. I can tell that there. Okay, so if I go over here, that much. That's gonna bring that. Okay, I think I have to do this a little bit. Give me a sec. Sorry, I know. This. Okay. Back to here. And this. And let's see. That's closer. And then what I want to do is this. Right there. Okay. Okay, and then bring this back. So I here. That's probably pretty close, I think. Let's do that. It's gonna be good enough. I don't really know that it's gonna be much better than that, and also it's pretty close, so it shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Okay, so if I go back over to here. There we go. I mean, some of it is cut off a little bit, but the chat isn't going to cover, or I mean, some of it's shrunk down, I guess I should say, a little bit, but the chat's not going to cover the window and stuff. So, okay, now we'll go. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Just actually make sure these are all the screens. Okay, here we go. And play. I'm hoping I got this all figured out. Unfortunately, you get like it's a window capture, so you get stuff like my GeForce saying, "Hey, you can go in." I don't need GeForce, but you know, thanks anyway. Okay. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. Last time, hopefully. I just figured there's less cutoff also. Like if the logo is at the top above where the game is, right? 1969, Black Mirror, England. Oh, somebody's running? I don't think that's Samuel from the first game. It doesn't look like it's me. I could be wrong. Well, no, wait, it's 1969. Could be. That's his wife before he killed her, huh? I think so.
Samuel? Are you there? Please, say something. I've been looking for you. You promised you wouldn't just disappear anymore. I've been looking all over for you. Ow! What's wrong with you? I don't know who you are. I don't know my own husband. You disappear every night. You only talk when it's absolutely necessary. Where is the man that I married, Samuel? I want my husband back!
What have I done? What the hell have I done? Oh no! I didn't want this! No! No!
That's how that whole wing got burned also. Damn. That is not okay, man. 1993, Bidford, Maine. So we're not even in the UK anymore. Okay. Chapter 1. The previous game was in chapters also, so...
Get on with it! Stick the damn fuse back in! I want to open the store!
When there's a new diary entry, the corresponding symbol will flash at the top left of the screen. You can open the diary via the indicator or by using either the D or the J key. Yeah, journal/diary makes sense. Okay. You can also click here, menu, and load save. So they've done quite a bit of reworking of the UI, right? It's much better as far as that goes. Okay, I know we just barely started, but I'm just gonna this. And I'll overwrite this at the end of this session, but just so that we don't have to redo the opening scene and stuff. Okay. We need a fuse, I guess, so they can open the store, so I suppose that's what we're looking for.
A beer crate with 24 bottles. All empty. And the bottles aren't dusty either. Beer doesn't keep long around here. An old garden hose with more holes than a golf course. An ancient rusted bucket with a little bit of water in it.
The fuse! The fuse, man! Open your eyes!
What's timing? Tip system gives you information at the start of the game about how to play. If you don't wish to receive any tips, deactivate this feature in the options menu. I thought well, tips, as long as it's not hints giving stuff away, it's probably fine.
A water faucet. If Fuller had a garden he wanted to water, he could do it from here. But in Fuller's garden, you'd get pretty well nothing to grow.
When you received all the information about an object in the game, you lose its interactivity. Yeah, so I can't do... Oh, there's more here?
With that water in the bucket, it's only a matter of time until it's completely rusted through. I certainly don't need a bucket, nor a load of rusty water. I can't do anything with that. Cheap beer. That's about right for Fuller. I just wonder why he has the crate in the basement. I can't see him coming down here every time he wants to drink a beer upstairs.
You think you'll be done today? How long does it take to install a new fuse?
A light shaft with a grill. Leads up to the backyard. The hinges on the basement grill are rusted. No idea if you could open it. And even if you could, it'd squeak like hell. I don't want to open the grill. Why should I? I don't want to open the grill. Why should I?
So nothing right now. Okay. So he's getting impatient. I don't know if there's going to be like a timing thing where you're like really in trouble if you don't or something. Let's look at the cram shelf.
Let's see. A few plastic containers, bottles and boxes, light bulbs, cables, grease. And a small carton of fuses. Hopefully the fuses work. You never know in this place.
When you want to activate an item in the inventory, click on it using the right mouse button. Okay.
That rickety pallet is blocking my view of the lower shelves. I can't see what's behind there. photo developer. Looks like it's been there for a while, but the bottle's still sealed, so it could still be good. Fuller will hardly miss it, and even if, I can live with it.
To get additional background information about objects, click on them with the right mouse button. Okay, let me just do this.
An old dust-encrusted fuse box. There are a lot of wires coming out of the top of it, which then run along the floor joists. Doesn't look exactly safe. Okay then. Just like everything else of Fuller's, pretty well junk.
Cover.
The blown fuse must be under here. Huh, Fuller's already had a go at it. But again, he couldn't sort it out. The 3 other fuses look fine, but this one's had it. I should throw that away, otherwise I'll get mixed up. There's just 1 fuse left in the box, but at least it looks unused. I reckon it's still out of work. Well, that's that. Now all we need is some power.
Postcard?
That's a postcard of Biddeford. It's very useful for getting from one part of town to the next. But I can't just go off across the town right now. I've still got things to do here.
Biddeford, huh?
My SLR camera, fitted with a flash, too. I never leave home without it. A small container of photo developer from Fuller's basement. It's full to the brim.
Back, main switch. Yeah, probably, right?
Okay,
Just pull that.
so let's have a look. Let there be light. Don't need this anymore.
Spacebar shows you all the interactive points in a scene. Oh. Clothes dummy?
An old clothes dummy. Oh, judging by the smell, it's been damp at some point, and now it's just moldering away. I wouldn't accept it as a present, even if it didn't stink. A water faucet. If Fuller had a garden he wanted to water, he could do it from here. But in Fuller's garden, you'd get pretty well nothing to grow. I don't want to open the grill. Why should I?
So that's the same as before.
I'll leave it here in case the power drops out again. And that can only be a matter of time looking at the fuse box.
This is a lot more convenient than in a lot of point and clicks. Since it seems like it's a primary feature of this one, I'll use it, but normally, obviously, I would just hunt around for interaction points.
A timeless, plain and simple 80-watt bulb on a cable. A classic. I'm not gonna touch any lit light bulb. That's gotta be hot.
Oh, ropes. Interesting. Okay.
If I want to look at awful pictures, then I can do it upstairs in the store. If I want to look at awful pictures, then I can do it upstairs in the store. If I want to look at awful pictures,
All
then I
of
can
them
do
are?
it upstairs
Okay.
in the store.
1, 2. I'm assuming this is going to be the same, so sorry if we're annoying.
If I want to look at awful pictures, then I...
Okay.
If I want to look at awful pictures...
Okay.
If I want to look at awful...
Okay.
Some photo of a beach and an ocean. There are millions of pictures like this. They all look the same somehow. Some photo of a beach and an ocean.
Okay, so that's the same. Paint bucket.
A battered paint can with about half an inch of dust on the lid. Dr. Rainbow's Finest Pearly White 85. I don't think I can recall having seen one pearly white thing in this whole building. There's not as much dust on the floorboards here. They're almost shiny, in fact. So does Fuller stand here every night with a beer looking at these awful pictures?
It's a
These
trapdoor.
boards don't run parallel to the wall. They're turned 90 degrees. They make a rectangle roughly 30 by 25 inches. Strange.
Not that strange. It's called a trapdoor,
The boards
buddy.
aren't fixed at all. They move easily and sank a little bit into the floor as I stepped on them. Something's a bit strange about this place, but I have no idea what it is. Something's a bit strange.
I guess we'll do that later. Okay, did all of these. This. Not getting anything more with that. Not getting anything more with that. I guess that's it. So let's go ahead and go up.
So let's go up. A wonderful working day awaits, full of appreciation and deep personal fulfillment.
Tell me how you really feel.
Finally! You make a big deal about going to college, but you're too sappy to replace a fuse. Put that board outside in front of the store. Get on with it!
Semester break in Biddeford. Fuller's Photo Store. Why haven't I flipped out yet? A bleak little coastal town in Maine. A job in a rundown photo studio with a complete joke of a boss. And Mom's well-meaning suggestions every morning and every evening. And that's going to be the pattern for 3 weeks. Hell, I wish the semester break was over already. That's the last entry. Contents, just that. Okay, what's this? Tasks? Power on, okay. Put the advertising sign on the street. Fuller wants to put his hideous advertising board from the sales area in front of the door. Like that's going to draw a single customer to the store. That's the latest task as well, okay.
The picture frames could do with being a little more professionally presented. But to be honest, they don't really deserve it. The postcards all show scenes from New England. They're the regular cards you see everywhere around here. Who should I send the card to? My fellow white bread students who I hardly know? Or my mom, who lives a couple of houses away?
Through the dark room, okay.
Many of the things here are overpriced, but that's obvious. There's only one photo store in town. He takes advantage of that. Simple reflex cameras for private use. Nothing special.
Basement, back room, spotlight.
You know, that fat idiot's kit really isn't too bad. And pretty expensive. The lights look brand new. He's definitely not had them for long.
The fact that he's coughing over that speech is kind of annoying, but whatever.
Perhaps the store used to do better before, and he had some savings. Or maybe he bought the new lights on credit. The store couldn't have paid for it, that's for sure.
Is there not? Okay, I forgot completely apparently to do sound effects. Environment volume, effect volume. Yeah. Some, but is there not fresh gamma? It's not going to be oh, here we go. Subtitles. Yep. Use hardware pointer, hardware mouse pointer. Original Black Mirror 1 mouse pointer? Oh, interesting. I'm going to stick with what they got here. That's fine. Display tips. Hotspot show mode. I don't know. It's fine. Wait, did I turn it completely off? Because he just did a coughing animation. I don't want to turn it all the way off. Just... Really? Seems like that's... Okay, I don't know. I guess whatever. Okay, let's see.
The store isn't doing very well. I don't think a cheap sign is gonna change that. But what the hell?
To get additional background information about people, click on them using the right button.
Huh. Fulla. What can you say? A good reason to have doubts about humanity? I've only been working here a few days, and I've already given up hope that he might, just once, behave like a normal human being. This is probably the most stressful holiday job that I've ever had. Holiday job in a photo studio? Yeah, sure. Great stuff. Learn new things, earn some money. And the reality looks a little different. Fatter and more bald. Know what I'm saying? Huh. This is probably the most... And the reality?
Okay. Let's grab the sign. I could talk to him, but he'll probably just be annoyed right now.
Someone's really told you.
Huh?
You've put it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
That's super quiet. I guess I have to turn them all down.
I'd like to get some portraits done. Some pretty black and white pictures. Have I come to the right place?
Oh, yeah. You're at just the right place. Black and white photography is my specialty.
Wonderful. So let's get started. My name's Angelina Morgan.
Oh, I'm Darren. Let's go inside.
Jeez, that wind
Welcome to
noise
Fuller's
is so
photography
loud.
store. What can I do for you?
I wanted to get some portraits done.
Ooh, very good. We can start right away, dear lady.
But
Sounds like a
I
creeper.
thought Darren would...
What? But he's just an errand boy. A pretty child like you deserves a real photographer. Here, go and pick up the post and take this letter to Mrs. Biba in the diner in the main square. I've got things to do.
What a nice guy.
Son of a...
You can skip cutscenes by using the tab key. Okay. Yeah, this is super. The setup is not okay. Sound effects. Environment volume. Try that, see if that's better. It still seems awfully loud. Sound effects. Music volume. Down. Do 35 is fine. I'll do 30. Okay, and then still seems like too much. There. I think that's better. Okay. A lot of adjustment needed apparently. Okay.
Fuller lives with his mother over the store. I haven't met the old hag yet, but going from her son and that filthy mutt that she seems to love more than anything, I don't think I'm missing too much. Most of the pictures here in the window weren't taken by Fuller. In some moment of blinding inspiration, he must have decided to get some proper photographers to promote his business. Of course, they have no idea just how lucky they've been. Portraits, group pictures, wedding photography, and landscapes. And all of them totally unimaginative. Just as things should be.
Key to the backyard? We're already gonna start sneaking around, huh? Yeah, right. Okay, Ms. Biba, whatever her name was, I guess.
A hydrant, just like any other one. I don't see anything special about it. If this place ever burns down, I'll be the guy holding the match.
Jeez.
New England Photo Service. I reckon a person has to be pretty damn desperate to have their pictures taken at Fuller's place. But he's the only photographer in town, and there are plenty of tourists here. Presumably he does most of his business with them. I can't explain it any other way, just how he keeps his head above water. I can only ask myself just who he conned into making him the elk design. Or then again, maybe he didn't have the picture made. He probably just stole it.
Junk shop door. Interesting. Harbor Promenade.
I think that's Fuller's car. I'm not one of those people who knows about such things and goes into fits of ecstasy when they see a classic. Who knows? Is that thing a classic anyway? I don't know exactly how old Fuller is, but him and the car must have been made around the same time.
Of course.
I really can't say anything clever about it. It's a car. An old car.
Yeah, it might be about everything we see. So, leave. Yeah, it looks like those are all of the... Okay, what is my task again? What a morning. I just met the most unbelievable woman, Angelina. It was so kitschy. Like in some awful old movie. I didn't know what to say. I was so nervous. Damn it. I think I was even blushing. Unbelievable. Nothing like this has never happened to me before. My tasks are this, so it's going to be... There we go. Oh, is there a page turn or something? Oh yeah, just click it. Okay. I was wondering, because this is latest tasks, but like if I want in between or something. Okay. Hand over Fuller's letter to Mrs. Biba. Yeah. Fuller's giving me a letter from Mrs. Biba. What you got to do with him then? Biba's diner. Okay, so we want to go to the diner. I don't know if that's going to be on the promenade or the other direction. Collect a package from the mail. I'm supposed to go pick up a package for Fuller from the mail counter in the store on the harbor. So I'd probably go down here for that. I don't know if Mrs. Biba's going to be that direction with this one, though. All right, let's see what's in the back here.
That's the cage for Fuller's mother's dog. But the dog is usually in the house. At least, I've never seen it here in the cage. The water bowl is completely dry. Perhaps I can still use it.
Perhaps. I mean, I guess. I wouldn't think somebody from Jersey would, or Maine, I guess this is, would tend to say words like perhaps. But, you know, Everybody's different. Somebody could still say it. It's not like it's not something they would ever say.
An ancient, rickety tool shed. This is where Fuller keeps the junk that he doesn't just throw somewhere in the yard. So, not much. A reel of fishing line. There seems to be a little still on it. Only the line, I'm afraid. No hook. Fuller hung out the laundry yesterday, for him and his mother. I just found it somewhat surprising that a fat-ass like him does the laundry for his mother. Alarming, even. The man is way past 40 and gets bossed around by his mother. A length of tow rope, a bit more than 2 yards long and in great condition. Ropes are always good.
Okay, so far, just scrounging through the trash.
If somebody told me the old fat pig dumped poisonous waste, then I'd completely believe it. I don't understand why Fuller doesn't just get this stuff picked up. What does he want to keep it for?
Hey, Silhouette, welcome. So, you can see my hand here. So I was trying to take the trash out yesterday, and I cut along the back of my finger here, like all the way down, and it was bleeding quite a bit. So I got this bandage on. I think the bleeding's mostly stopped, or has stopped, but I've got this bandage on so that it uses antibacterial cream, right, and stuff. Anyway, but I'm worried if I use, like, if I play a game where I do WASD, that I'm going to move this finger too much, and it's going to pull. I mean, the bandage already doesn't stay on, like, it's not, like, really well to stay on. It kind of loses its stickiness some over time and stuff. So anyway, I'm not doing something like the Sinking City right now because I want to make sure that I don't get the bandage off my finger until it's healed up. I think probably by like Sunday or Monday, somewhere in there, I'll be able to take the bandage off. But I'm going to not do any WASD games this weekend just because of that reason. So everything this weekend is going to be point and click, just so you know. And because Kissa had requested Black Mirror 2, I was planning on doing it in Halloween anyway, but since I'm doing all point and clicks this weekend, I don't have anything, or I don't have enough left over from last Halloween that's point and click still. I have what is it called? Darkness Came, or whatever it's called. That was a point and click, like a find object type game a lot. So there's that, and I have Darkness Within 2 that'll be tomorrow at the same time. Those two. Other than that, I don't have any clicking games left over from last Halloween. So I'm doing this, the first part of this today early, and then it'll be a bit, but we'll continue this with Halloween. Anyway, so that gives you an idea. So, sorry, Kissa, if you were thinking we were going to go full bore on this. We are going to do it, but it'll be a little delay from here until Halloween, whenever you watch this later, Kissa. So, okay.
I can only see into Fuller's office through the window. Sadly, I can't watch the photo shoot. I can only see into Fuller's office through the window.
So that's nothing new. Pivoting window. Interesting.
The window is open, presumably to let in some fresh air. Or maybe it just doesn't close properly. Who knows? The window is open.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, like, we just started this, so I don't know, like, almost anything about this, But apparently, right, so at the end of the Black Mirror, or Black Mirror 1, the first game, the original game, right, we played Samuel Gordon, and by the end of that, we learned that Samuel Gordon had psychological issues, or the curse of Black Mirror Castle was upon him, or something. Anyway, he basically killed a bunch of people in his family and eliminated any possibility for the Gordon family line to continue on, right? So Samuel, at the beginning of this, the opening scene of this, we learned, where we got confirmation, I should say, that Samuel lit a fire that got his wife killed. So he killed his own wife. We know in the first game, he killed his uncle. He killed his grandfather. And there's like, who didn't he kill almost in his family, right? So basically, he ensured that the Gordon family would not continue any longer. Wiped out the rest of his family. Pretty much. So, because of that, I mean, even if Samuel, survived himself, the family line is not going to continue. And that was, in the beginning of this game, we learned that that was basically like 1960... something, 1967 or something like that, I think. Okay? This is now supposed to be set in 1993. So that's 26 years later. Now, if we say that Samuel was about, I don't know how old he was, but if we say that he was about 25, he would be alive still potentially, but he'd be about 50 years old now. So, hey, Monmouth, welcome. So that's kind of where we are with Black Mirror 2. I think you played Black Mirror 2 before, right, Monmouth? Kiss had requested this, so hey, welcome back. Woohoo! Glad to have you back, man. And I hope you had a great trip. Yeah. So this was a request specifically from Kissa. So she really wanted to see me play this, and I actually planned on playing this coming Halloween anyway. So I was telling Silua, though, I hurt my hand. I was taking the trash out yesterday. I cut down this whole from about here all the way down to here on this finger. And so I have this bandage on. But if I was going to do a WASD game like I normally would, right, with this hand, this finger would move a lot, which would mean that the bandage, the tape of the bandage would stop being sticky. And so the bandage might risk coming off. And this, since I hurt this just like maybe 30 hours ago, and it was bleeding, not spurting, not like, jugular or something type of bleeding, but it was bleeding a lot, like quite a lot yesterday. So I bandaged it up, got antibacterial on it and stuff anyway, but I want to make sure that a bandage stays on it probably until around Monday or so, just to make sure it's not going to start bleeding again or anything. So I don't want to do a WASD game this weekend to risk getting this off. So we're doing all point and click. So today we're doing Black Mirror 2 early. I just started it tonight, so we're doing it early. We'll continue, so we'll do like the next portion of the game we play will be in Halloween. It's not that far off anyway, right? We're July, so August, September, October. It's only 3 months away, so it's not super far away, right? So in about 3 months, we'll continue with Black Mirror 2 on Halloween. Tomorrow, the first stream tomorrow, or whatever, later today for you guys maybe. Anyway, wherever you are. Anyway, the next stream we do will be the point and click one that I did last Halloween, which is that's what it's called. Beyond Invisible. So it's clicking a whole bunch for an object find. And then tomorrow night is Darkness Within 2. The Dark Lineage or whatever it's called. Or Dark Legacy or whatever it's called. Something like that. So that's, I don't remember what the subtitle is called. It's Darkness Within 2 though. So we're going to do that one around 24 hours from now. So that gives you an idea for what we're doing, okay? And then next weekend we'll continue on the normal schedule, on the schedule we already had going. So we'll do Sinking City on this stream that's happening right now, again next weekend. Then the middle stream will be, if I can get it to work and not error out like it has the last couple of times, we'll continue with Martha is Dead. If not, then I'm just gonna bag that and we'll try something else, but I think I could do anyway. So that's the plan. Next weekend it will be, middle stream will be Martha is Dead again, continuing that, and then the evening stream, or the third stream of the weekend I should say, will be continuing Darkness Within 2 as well. So yeah, we're only 3 months away from Halloween. I told you we were gonna make it, but it would be close, right? So I think we're like something like 2/3 or something like that away, or of the way through Martha is Dead. I think it's something like that, like maybe 2/3 of the way. I don't know. I'm playing it blind. I'm guessing, but I think we're something like 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way through Martha is Dead. Okay. Darkness Within 2 we just started last week. Well, we started on Halloween. I forgot everything about it, so we restarted last week. Okay, but basically we've only got one session of Darkness Within 2, so we still got quite a ways to go on that. Sinking City, I don't know. I'm guessing we're a third, maybe halfway through it. I don't know. I'm thinking we're probably closer to like a third of the way through, right? But I've only been doing the Sinking City since the end of June. So we've only got like a month into it. So I'm expecting by the end of September, maybe early October, is probably about when we'll finish Sinking City. So, and then we just have, when we finish Martha is Dead, then we'll do Grey Dawn, which should not be a terribly long game. That'll continue after that stream is done. And then after Grey Dawn is done, then we'll continue also with Beyond. Actually, probably what I'll do is after Martha is Dead, since we're going to do it tomorrow anyway, I'll do Beyond Invisible after Martha is Dead. Then we'll do Grey Dawn. And then Darkness Within 2. And then after Darkness Within 2 is done, which I'm hoping Darkness Within 2 will finish like maybe early to mid-September. I'm hoping at the latest. Maybe in August if depending on how it goes. So, but we'll see. Anyway, somewhere in there, something that finishes, somewhere in there, we're then going to continue with Song of Horror. It is possible we won't quite finish all of them. That is possible. And if that's true, that's true. We'll just continue beyond Halloween with whatever is left over, finish it off, and then we'll continue with the Halloween games. We should not be much past Halloween, though, if we are any at all. Anyway, that gives both you and both Silhouette and Monmouth gives both you guys, Kissa when you watch this later, Faux Fox when you watch this later, that gives all you guys kind of an idea of where we're heading with stuff and what kind of the plan is. So, just so you know. Okay.
Either out front or in the back. Fella's gonna go nuts if I haven't done his jobs for him.
Oh yeah, and then Silhouette, I don't know if you had played Black Mirror 2 or not. So since I had explained everything leading up to this, like what we know about Samuel and the kind of the Gordon line effectively going extinct, although I don't know for sure Samuel could still be alive. But like he'll have no children because he killed his wife, right? His uncle will have no children because he killed his uncle. You know, killed his grandfather. I mean, he pretty much took out the whole family. So the Gordon family probably is going to go extinct. Maybe not yet, though. Anyway, so in addition to that, we're now 25 years later, or 26 years later, on the other side, like over across the ocean from where that was, right? All of Black Mirror 1 was in England, Black Mirror England. This is in Maine, on the east coast of the United States. So we're not connected yet, but somehow I assume, even if let's just assume that the Gordon family line is extinct, then if that's true, like let's say Samuel even got killed or whatever, then what happens? You know the Black Mirror series, okay, yeah. So I don't, so I'm kind of working some of this out in my head anyway. So if what I'm figuring is, let's suppose, I don't know that it's true, but let's suppose the Gordon family is for sure dead, right? The whole reason Samuel went crazy and all that, right, is supposedly because of this curse that is on Black Mirror Castle, right? So I can only imagine something here, like somehow the curse, I don't know how, but somehow the curse finds its way here, affects this guy that we're playing now, I don't remember his name. Anyway, and so because the curse comes here, it somehow ties into the castle from there as well. And his harmless pranks. That's right. He's completely just fooling around. It wasn't a big deal. Wait, I finished this, right?
Out front or in the back? Fella's gonna go nuts if I haven't done his jobs for him. Either out front...
Yeah, okay. Let's see. This was the grating when we were downstairs doing the fuse.
A solid iron grill. It's across the light shaft that leads up from the basement. The grill is very heavy and rusted into the concrete. It's gonna take a lot of force to open it. Why should I do that to myself?
Well, if Samuel shows up and tries to kill you, you might want to do that.
The grill is very heavy.
Okay. I get all this stuff, I guess. I think I've examined everything over there. Okay. So, the window
The
grill.
window's barred. The bars seem pretty strong and are bricked into the wall. The window's barred.
Okay, so that's that. Nothing with any of this other stuff. Okay. See if there's anything over here in this corner left, and then we'll go back out front, I guess. I am not seeing anything more, though. We already got the was it cable? Tow rope from here. We got some fishing line from here, and the drinking bowl from here. That's probably all of that stuff we're going to get.
A collection note for a package. There's a little shop down on the harbor which is a collection point for all the parcel mail around here. If I hand in the note there, I'll be able to pick up Fuller's delivery.
Okay, so that's that. That's what I thought, is going to the harbor for probably for the delivery. Then Mrs. Biba, I don't know if she's going to be down at the harbor or if she's going to be the other direction. So I'm guessing she might be the other direction, just cause. And since she's a customer, we probably want to deliver to her first. Not the game probably won't care, but just role playing wise, realistically, you would deliver to the person who has the package, who requests the package from you first before you go pick up your own stuff. Yeah, I turned it down because some of the environmental stuff was really off. So the environment volume I turned really low, like the background noise and stuff. The speech volume's at 100. I can't get it any louder. I could do overall volume, I guess, higher though, right? That's probably what I want, is overall volume. Okay. So now when he talks, he'll be louder. This isn't as bad as it was on Book of Unwritten Tales 2, but that is a problem with this, is that the speech is quiet compared to effects and environment especially. When I was inside the photo store, it wasn't bad, but as soon as I stepped out onto the sidewalk, it was like the wind was like, and then like the speech was like, so then I wanted to do this little thing, and it was like really hard to hear him talking, especially I think her name was Angelina or something, the lady that came to get her photos done. I could almost not understand her. Fortunately, I found turning subtitles on, but it's just like really, really dumb. Yeah, it's really annoying. So hopefully this is, but if it's still not loud enough, if it turns out still to be quiet, let me know in a little bit, okay? Because if it's too quiet still, I can manually move the slider on my software also. In fact, that won't affect volume for me. Let me do that really fast for you. Let's try that. Okay. Let me know if that's still too quiet. Okay. That's a nice thing I've noticed from this also. Black Mirror 2, I probably shouldn't even be using my hand for stuff like that. Black Mirror 2 does not, so how do I say this? Okay, with Black Mirror 1 and also with the Darkness Within 1 and Darkness Within 2, both, so all three of those games, if I showed the game, it did this weird graphical shift, and everything, like like all of my displays shifted to the side when I'm on the game. So in other words, when I'm over on this monitor, over on this side for me. Okay, so on this monitor, well, that looks weird for you. Okay, anyway, so on this monitor over here, okay, this is where I have the game displays on this monitor, and then the monitor over here is where I see chat and all that stuff. Okay, so on this monitor over here, I put the game full screen, right? So I can see all where I can click and all that stuff, right? But on those 3 games, when I do that, for some reason, it's like a weird, it's not using DirectX, it's using older graphical stuff or whatever. So there's this like kind of shifting thing where like all my displays flash briefly, and then I see full screen on the game, but then everything on the monitor over here, where I'm looking at chat and stuff, all the windows are shifted over. And so, if my streaming window, or like my window where I could see the chat and stuff was here, suddenly it shifted over. You can see how it's like cut off on the where my webcam is. Yeah, that's how it shows up on the monitor for me. It's cut off part way. So then I can't read chat and stuff, right? There's that weird graphical thing. So I have to shift, like physically drag my windows over, so when everything shifts, it's still within what I can see. All of that big explanation was to say that Black Mirror 2 does not do that. I was surprised. It does not do the shifting thing. But Black Mirror 1 and both of the Darkness Within games so far do that. So anyway, so it's interesting. I've noticed a lot of, and that's segueing into, I've noticed a lot of graphical upgrades in Black Mirror 2 versus the first game. Not that the first game was bad. I really enjoyed the first game, and graphically it was fine. I don't care. It's totally fine. I mean, hell, I used to, like, when I was growing up and stuff, I used to play, like, games like Pac-Man and stuff. So, like, pixelized is not a problem for me at all. But I have noticed that this is graphically much improved over the first game, which is cool. Like, you remember in the first game, that opening scene where the grandfather or whatever is pushed out the window? That cutscene versus the opening cutscene of this game, the second one, where his wife gets killed, I can see considerable improvement in that. Not to mention the actual general gameplay like this here with the point and click and stuff. So I really appreciate that. That's very, very well done. I know I was just talking a whole bunch and not into the game, not playing the game. Give me a second, pause for a second. Also, I'm going to use the bathroom real fast. Be right back. All right. Yeah, I frankly was surprised that Samuel was the one doing all the killing. I knew that there was somebody around the Black Mirror estate that was doing it. I just didn't know that it was Samuel. The signs were there, but I think the problem I had was I didn't realize that he was not going to remember doing any of this stuff. Right? I didn't know he would have like memory blankouts. And that's why I did not piece it together. Because I was like, if he was doing it, he would obviously know, right? So I was just like, well, clearly he's not doing it because he's the one investigating things. Turns out, no, he just had, periods of memory lapsing. Main square. Mrs. Biba. I don't know. Okay, let me look again and see where it says maybe diner. Yeah, she's probably, unless her diner's on the shore, like down at the pier, but otherwise her diner probably would be in the middle of town. Let's go here. I think that's where we want to go. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Not a big deal. Okay. A right mouse, I was waiting in case he was going to say something. A right mouse click on the arrows in the inventory will switch immediately to either the beginning or the end of the list of objects. Oh. I left the tips on for things like that, where it's like, oh, I need to know what's going on. I also left, I'm not trying generally not to use it a ton, but I also left this like thing that using the space where the hotspots show up. I did that so that I would not miss looking for something, but mostly I'm going to be searching myself, and then I'll just, when I think I've found everything, I'll hit space to double check. So, go back to the side street again? No. Oh, I came from a side street? Oh, I thought it was, okay. I thought that was more of a main street because it had down the hill to the pier and stuff. Okay, well, whatever, it's fine. Town hall.
I find a lot of the buildings here in the center really big and swanky for such a small town. Especially the town hall. The city must have had money in the past. Perhaps on the back of successful whale hunting. Or maybe they did what we did in Boston in the 19th century. Made money out of selling ice. New England ice was shipped all over the world before we had refrigerators. Jebediah Biddeford or something like that, I guess.
Jebediah with a P? Wouldn't that be Jebediah with a B? That's the name.
Honestly, I've got no idea who that is. The city's founder, a mayor, a benefactor, what do I know?
People here we're not going to talk to, I guess. Or I guess that's a cop? It's a uniform. I don't know if that, I guess that's probably police, but I'm not totally sure. This would be a standard typical police uniform for somewhere around here, but it could also be just a guard, like a security guard or something. That's possible. I'm pretty sure it's police, but no guarantees. Convertible.
What a flashy thing that is. Probably some tourist's cool ride. Europeans in particular confuse New England with California and think they should be driving around in convertibles or Mustangs.
Yeah, New England gets considerably colder. And California might not be the best unless you enjoy the cold.
Most of the year, an open-top car is a bad idea around here. With that kind of weather, Biddeford should make the raincoat a national uniform.
I like this, that they have their guy down here too. These people wandering around as you go. It makes it much more lively, like it's an actual living, breathing town, right? It's pretty cool. I like it. Again, not in any way saying anything wrong with the original game. I really enjoyed the first game. I'm just saying this is a nice added touch that they've come up with now. Yeah, it's Police Station Town Hall. So Miss Biba must be down at the pier then, right? Because there's nothing else here that I can access. All of this is side street. This, police station, and the convertible. I think that's it. Okay, so I guess we'll go back and then down to the pier. Harbor Promenade. Double click on interactive game elements will launch the corresponding action immediately. Yeah, that's what I did, was I just double clicked going down to the promenade. I didn't want to wait as long. Another convertible? Really? I guess he was saying a bunch of people are crazy and drive convertibles.
Pretty senseless driving around Maine in a convertible. But I reckon that's not what it's really about. It was expensive, and that's what counts. Pretty senseless driving around Maine.
That's just the one thing he doesn't have any more to say about it. Life belt? We don't call it a life belt, though. We call it a lifesaver or a life preserver. No, not even a preserver, because preserver is the thing you wear, like the vest, life vest or life preserver. No, it's a preserver. Yeah, it's a preserver, life preserver or lifesaver. Either way. Not a life belt, though. Nobody calls it
A life belt. Years ago, there were pirates around here who used to lure ships under the rocks. They used to light false beacons, and once the ships had run aground on the rocks, they'd row out and rescue the cargo.
It's possible in New England they use that term. I've never heard life belt in my life, though. I've been in a lot of places. I've never heard people call it a life belt.
Biddeford isn't really a port, but there are plenty of boats here. Mostly sailboats. People sail out to go fishing or whatever. I'd rather keep solid ground under my feet.
Bang on now? Good. Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me know also.
Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean. Back there is where the harbor ends and... A young woman. She looks sad. Everything okay?
No, it's not actually. Carrie died here 2 years ago. She was my best friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did it happen?
You're not from around here.
No, I'm from Boston. I'm spending the semester break at my mother's.
Yes. Well, Carrie committed suicide. No one knows why. Everyone loved her. She was intelligent and always happy. I think there's still a picture of her in old Fuller's display window. A young woman with dark hair and green eyes.
Yes, I know that picture. A really pretty woman.
She had so many plans. After studying, she wanted to open a kindergarten here in Bedford with her husband Jason. I just don't understand it. From one day to the next, she changed completely. Became really reclusive. She was depressed and melancholic all the time. No one could reach her anymore. Not even Jason. Even though they loved each other more than anything. Then one day, she just threw herself into the sea.
And no one knows why?
No one. Jason has never gotten over it. He couldn't help her. A few months later, he married that brainless bimbo with a convertible. He probably just felt so lonely. It's definitely got nothing to do with love.
He must have been really lonely.
Excuse me. I'd rather be alone right now.
Of course. I'm sorry.
I wonder if that YouTube and stuff. I wonder if that self-extinguishing, I guess I have to say or something these days, is tied to the curse. I'm not sure.
There's barely a single wave today. No wonder. Beautiful weather, not much wind.
To the beach. Okay. So maybe that's where I get to Beavis? I don't know. I'm not seeing what looks like a house. There's this, but I don't think there's a house right here right now. Souvenir store. side, of course. And that's post office, so that's going to be where you pick up your package also, I guess. I'm here. Let me just pick up the package now. Let me look at this and then go inside.
Looks like you can only buy tourist rip-off stuff in here. But the mail for the whole neighborhood gets dropped here too. The windows look like they're polished twice a day. Apart from that, nothing much else to notice.
Okay.
And then I said to him, Jason, I need a new car, urgently.
Oh yeah, and then?
What can I say? It's parked right outside.
You can't be serious.
Sure, I'm being serious. A convertible. Totally cute.
Girl, you're just gonna have to show me later.
Oh yes, there's no way I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, okay. That second lady's voice acting is
And
greatest,
in
but
this
whatever.
weather.
You lying, and what did he do?
Well, he just left her sitting there.
Ha! Well, she didn't deserve anything better.
But that's not all.
You joking. There's more?
Yeah, now get this.
Neither of them are all that good, actually, now that I hear them.
Fork Truck Pete just can't afford that kind of thing.
Hey, it's me, okay? And I'm telling you,
Oh my gosh.
she saw him herself.
But surely it doesn't look as cute as my new convertible.
Well, hardly.
Talking of which, weren't we going to go for a little ride?
Yeah, I'm about to have my lunch break.
Ah, yeah.
It's like, while they talk, if he's talking, then I won't hear what he says.
An
right?
armchair.
And what did your
Doesn't
Jason
look
say to
too
that?
uncomfortable.
He doesn't know
But
a
who would want to
thing
sit down
about
in
it
this
yet.
shop with the charming Rosie?
You go, girl.
Now
I
don't
am
you go
definitely
telling
not
anyone,
gonna sit
okay?
in that.
Girl, of course I won't. What are you thinking of?
You're a darling, Rosie.
What was that story again with your new car?
The clock must be busted. At least it'll be right twice a day.
Where is it then?
It's parked right outside the shop.
Ooh, then we can
An
go
old
for a
ship's
ride
wheel.
on my lunch break.
It's
But
supposed
isn't
to
that
endow
still
a
a way
certain
off?
maritime charm.
So what is
yes.
going on with Fork Truck Pete and that sister?
I reckon that the
what's her
local
face?
tourist board is missing
Not the
something
sister.
of a hook
That's
for this
Matt's
place.
cousin, that's who.
I mean,
I thought
what is
she
there
was...
here that's a bit special? There must be dozens of places like this one along the coast.
And then I said to him, Jason, I need a new car, urgently.
Oh yeah, and then?
What can I say? It's parked right outside.
You can't be serious.
Sure, I'm being serious. A
Every
convertible,
possible kind of form.
Totally cute.
Garbage and large
Girl,
object collection,
you're just gonna have to show
telephone
me later.
rerouting.
Oh,
Here's
yes,
a form
there's
from the
no way
Make Our
I'm
Town
not
Prettier
going
committee.
To do that.
My mom's on the board of that one. It seems you should send in suggestions for improvements around the town.
And in this weather.
I'm not
You
interested
lying.
in these
And what
forms
did
for
he do?
residents.
Well,
I've got
he
a
just
few
left her
things
sitting
going on
there.
which, like this town, could
Well,
be a
she
little
didn't
more
deserve
interesting.
anything better.
But
But that's
don't
not all.
hold out much
You
hope for
joking.
success for them.
There's more?
Yeah, now get this.
Handbills for local events. Grand New Year Bazaar.
Fork
Hits
Truck
a go-go,
Pete just
dance
can't
till you
afford
drop.
That kind of
Oh
thing.
man.
Hey, it's me, okay? And
The
I'm
other
telling
stuff's
you,
small
she
ads.
saw him herself.
This is where the
But
locals sell the
surely it
junk they
doesn't
no
look
longer
as
need.
Cute as my new
Lawnmowers, baby
convertible.
cribs,
well,
record players.
hardly.
I'll
Talking
pass.
of which, weren't we going to go for a little ride?
Yeah, I'm about to have my lunch break.
Ah,
Coffee
yeah.
mugs, little lighthouses, badges, mini life belts with Biddeford stamped on them.
And what did your Jason say
Plastic
to
house
that?
numbers,
He doesn't
porcelain
know a thing
lobsters.
about it yet.
plastic lobsters,
You go,
wooden
girl.
lobsters.
Now don't you go
Metal
telling anyone,
lobsters.
okay?
What
Girl,
more could
of
the
course I
tourist
won't.
heart yearn
What are you
for?
thinking of?
Just like
You're a
lobster in
darling,
any
Rosie.
type of
What was that story again with your
material
new car?
you want.
I think I'd rather my hand fell off before I took any of those with me.
That's awesome.
Where is it then?
It's parked right outside the shop.
Ooh, then we can go for a ride on my lunch break.
But isn't that
Recycling
still a
is
way
kind of-
off?
So
not
what is going on with Fork
to-
Truck Pete and that sister, what's her face?
Not
A
the sister.
stand
That's
displaying a
Matt's
million
cousin, that's
travel
who.
guides.
I thought
New
she
England, Quebec, England and Wales, Holland, the national parks of the USA,
And
Tuscany,
then I said to him,
Hong Kong,
Jason, I
etc.,
need a new
etc.
car, urgently.
was. Oh, yeah. And then?
What can I say? It's parked right
There are
outside.
too many travel
can't
guides
be
to just
serious.
go leafing through them all.
Sure, I'm being serious.
While I've got
A
nothing specific to look
convertible.
for,
Totally
I'll
cute.
leave them there.
Girl, you're just gonna
There are
have
too
to
many
show me later.
Oh, yes, there's no way I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, the voice acting for the girls is like too try hard.
And in this weather.
Overly
You lying. And what did he do?
enunciative,
Well, he just left her sitting there.
Just emphasis.
Well, she didn't deserve
too much
anything
emphasis
better.
on some of the words.
But that's not all.
it's not. it's
You
not
joking.
awesome.
There's more?
Yeah, now get this.
Those are banners and flags. Some very stylish.
Fork Truck
Some
Pete just can't
completely not.
afford that kind of
I reckon
thing.
the big ones must
Hey,
be for
it's
yachts.
me, okay? And I'm telling you.
Like
She
the
saw
guy
him
that plays
herself.
Us.
But surely it doesn't look as cute
Not bad at all,
as
I
my
mean,
new
but
convertible.
Some of this, like
Well,
this,
hardly.
Talking
yeah.
of
That
which,
darn
weren't we
food
going to go
and
for a
his
little
tricks again,
ride?
it seems.
Yeah, I'm about
'Cause
to
of the
have my
sea.
lunch break.
Ah, yeah.
The main state flag always looks more like a beer company logo to me. At least they've
And
got
what
an
did
elk
your
and a
Jason
tree
say
in
to
there.
that?
That's
He doesn't know
nice.
a thing about it yet.
So what have we
you
got
go,
here?
girl.
Now
New
don't you go telling
Hampshire,
anyone, okay?
Canada,
Girl, of course I
something or
won't.
other I
What are
don't
you thinking
recognize.
of?
New
You're
Brunswick
a darling,
or
Rosie.
Quebec, perhaps.
What was that story
And of
again
course,
with
the
your new car?
obligatory stars and stripes in every imaginable shape and size.
Where is
No
it
thanks.
It's
I don't have
parked
a
right
boat.
outside the shop.
And if I
then?
did,
Ooh,
I'd
then
be
we can
sailing
go for
under
a
the
ride
skull
on
and
my lunch
crossbones.
break.
But
or
isn't
maybe
that
a
still a
Popeye
way
flag.
off?
Popeye.
Something
so
a
what
little
is going
cooler
on with
than
Fork
these.
Truck Pete and that sister,
Well, I
what's
don't
her
know if I'd
face?
say Popeye is
Not
cooler.
the sister.
I mean, Popeye
That's
was
Matt's cousin,
totally
that's
fine
who.
when you were a kid.
I
but you get
thought
older,
she
it's not
was-
Exactly. Anyway, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Now,
And
perhaps
then
Mrs.
I said to him,
Superficial is familiar
Jason,
with
I
angles.
need a new
Or maybe
car,
she's a Nirvana
urgently.
fan.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
And
What the
then?
hell can I talk to her
What
about?
can I say? It's parked right outside.
Now, perhaps
You
Mrs.
can't be serious.
Maybe
sure,
a
I'm being
realtor.
serious. A
Or she's a
convertible,
homemaker, first
totally
and foremost.
cute.
Girl, you're just
Maybe
gonna
a
have to
real-
show me later.
Oh, yes, there's no way I'm not going to do that.
Excuse me?
Have you got something wrong with your ears?
No, I just wanted a package.
Something wrong with your eyes then?
Huh?
Listen, I'm talking here. Can't you see that?
Yeah, I can see as clear as day, unfortunately. But I have to collect a package for Fuller at the photo store.
There'll be no line jumping in this store. You're online, okay? Now wait until I'm ready.
Ugh, the young kids today.
Always. I'm always having a fight with them.
Bad parents, that's what it is.
So tell me, what's happening with your new car again?
That's Miss
A
Rosie, the store
convertible.
lady.
So cute.
She might not
in
be the
beautiful
world's greatest
red
employee.
And all the best
And I
upholstery
presume
and
nobody's ever
everything.
quite dared to tell her
Oh,
that
you
fact.
earned it.
Oh, you.
That's
We'll
Miss
take
Rosie.
a little spin later.
Where is it then?
There's a
It's
few
parked
papers
right outside
here.
the shop.
Some
Ooh,
sort of
then we can go
forms
for a
and
ride on my lunch
pad
break.
of blank collection
But isn't
notes.
that still a way off?
So what is going on with
I
Fork
would
Truck Pete
imagine
and
that
that
the
sister,
enchanting
what's her
Rosie
face?
might possibly have some
Not the
objection
sister.
to my
That's
palming
Matt's
a blank
cousin,
collection
that's who.
note.
You
I
get her to
thought she
shut the
was-
hell up.
I would imagine that
All right, fine.
And then I said to him, Jason, I need a new car,
Oh, for crying!
urgently.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Oh,
already.
yeah. And
All you had
then?
to say was leave.
What can I say?
Hey, come on.
It's parked right outside.
You can't.
Ugh. Wow. By right-clicking on the postcard or pressing the M key, you can open the map. It enables you to jump to locations you've already visited. Okay. So, over here. Yeah, up here, right to the beach. Let's see. I don't think it matters, but I slightly missed something here, right? Because I could have right-clicked on the lady. I forgot I could right-click, would not just use the speech bubble.
Back there.
Huh? What did you say?
Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean. Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Back there is where the...
I can't go there? It's got a door icon though.
Back there is where the harbor ends.
Okay. I guess I can't go there.
Back there is where the harbor...
Okay, M, map. There. That's the street where Fuller's is. No, that's the street where Fuller's is. What is this one? Is this town hall now? Yeah, I guess. I guess that's what this has to be. This one is the... Huh. That's what that is. Okay. Oh, I could have gone to the side here more. I see. I didn't realize that. Okay, I thought it ended at this spot. I didn't know there was more. Okay, that's good.
That's the hospital. I was trying to keep myself out of there, and up until now, I was doing okay.
She wants to know bad parents she should meet the Gordon family. Yeah. Your friend should also learn to use indoor voices. Yeah. You're not wrong.
That's the hospital. That's the entrance to the police station. I never feel too good in the face of the state authorities. That's the entrance to the...
Mother's house.
Mom bought a little house with her savings. A refuge in her old age. She's earned it. I hope she's gonna be able to enjoy it. Mom bought a little house with...
I just don't know this Biba lady. Maybe she's back here where our mom's house is or something. I don't know. I mean, if this is the hospital, I guess. Let's try
No
this one.
time. That is a really long way home. I've only just come that way, and why should I go and visit Mom now?
So it's not there.
A coin-op telephone. It says out of order. If I was needing some small change, then I might take a closer look at it. But not right now.
Not gonna go there. So there's more to the left here. Is there more to the right here, maybe? Yeah, here we go. That's Beavis Diner. Okay. I completely missed that. I'm glad I paid attention to shifting, like stuff shifting to the side.
Biba's Diner. Best diner in town. Of course, it's the only diner in town. But to be fair, the food really isn't that bad. It's no Johnny Rockets, but it ain't far off. Biba's Diner. I haven't seen such an old bubblegum machine for years. Belongs to the diner. They do that whole nostalgia thing in there, too. No thanks.
I don't know why his voice got suddenly like a lot quieter than it was previously, but I guess it is.
Oh, not a particularly pleasant smell. It's a trash can from the diner. There'll be plenty of leftovers in there. How nice. That's stinking garbage, and I have no particular interest in it. How nice. Burgers, fries, and drinks. What more could you need? A red, white, and blue string of lights. God bless America. A red, white,
Back to the main square.
The diner's run by Mr. and Mrs. Biber. It's not a bad joint. It's done up like a 1950s diner. Yeah, well, at least how we imagine the 50s were.
It depends on how old or not these people are. Some of them might have. I mean, we're only supposed to be 1993, right? So if these people are like in their 60s, they would have been in their 20s in the 1950s, so they would have known, right? But I don't know. They may not be accurate either. I'm not sure, right? I think that's everything out here that was in ice cream side.
Yeah, just down the street.
Thanks a lot.
Some
Rude.
people.
Yeah, rude. Literally giving me the cold shoulder.
A man in a white lab coat. In his 40s, I'd say. Could be a doctor. A man in a white lab. They're supposed to represent something like portholes. In reality, they're glazed display cabinets. The rear panels of the display cabinets are painted blue. They both have underwater scenes with plastic fishes and lobsters on them. Kitschy. And that's about it. A big, ugly plastic lobster. Not particularly appetizing.
Everything here is lobsters and crabs.
The
and
moose
stuff.
is the emblem of Maine. But the lobster's a close second.
Probably smart to choose the moose instead of the lobster, since everything else in the East Coast is also lobster, I'm assuming.
What would a 50s bar be without a jukebox? The world's just wonderful, and aren't we all so very happy type music? Just isn't my thing. If there was maybe a Pearl Jam track on it, then I'd give it a play. But Buddy Holly doesn't quite do it for me.
What's wrong with Buddy Holly? Just kidding. It's not for everybody. I like Buddy Holly, but I know not everybody likes him. It's fine.
The specialty is, of course, lobster. Like everywhere around here. I have to admit, they are pretty tasty. There's everything you'd expect from a diner. From breakfast and lunch, to coffee and cake, right up to dinner. The specialty is, of course, lobster. Like everywhere around here. I have to admit, they are pretty tasty.
Okay. Mr. Biba, Mrs. Biba. On the counter with bread. I could take bread, but let's not do that right now. Plus, I
Ketchup, mustard, mayo, salt, pepper, syrup, sugar. And a bottle of vinegar.
Sorry, I'll steal yours.
There's not much left. I don't think anyone will miss it.
Sorry about that.
A bottle of vinegar from the diner. There's only 2 fingers of the stuff left in it, and it's sticky on the outside. The label's already half off it. I'll take some bread. Mrs. Biber won't mind.
3 slices. That's not for a sandwich. It's like a sandwich and a half. What do you do with the extra?
I'm not gonna feel any better if I stuff my pockets full of bread.
I think talk to Mrs. Well, look at Mr. Biba. And then we'll
They
talk
got
to
2 or
Biba.
3 people working in the kitchen. One of them's Mr. Biber. Mrs. Biber works out here on her own. Looks like she really works her butt off. That's Mrs. Biba, I think. As far as I can understand it, she runs this place with her husband. That's Mrs. Biba. That's
All right.
Mrs. Biba.
Oh, did I not talk to her? Am I going all the way around behind the counter?
Excuse me.
What can I get you, my boy?
Actually, I'm here to give you something. It's from Fuller in the photo store.
Psst. Hey, come over here. I can guess what this is about. The dirty old swine. I should have known. Vermin ain't so easy to get rid of. Tell him
You better tell him yourself. Whatever it is, you...
Claire! You gonna talk all day? The customers are waiting!
get out of here and tell your boss he can go to hell.
Jeez.
Wow.
What the hell was that all about then? Huh. She sure didn't seem to be a fan of Fuller's. I got that much. And the guy in the kitchen, he sure wasn't supposed to see that she had mail.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely wonder what that's about. Okay. Point in talking to her more, I think it'll just be something like she'll say something like, get out of here or whatever. So. Well, actually, well,
Hello? Young man! You're Darren Michaels, aren't you?
Darren, that's our guy's name.
Yes, and you are?
Oh, excuse me. My name is Newhouse. I'm a doctor at the health center.
At the health center? You mean at the hospital out there?
Well, yes. We call it the Biddeford Health Center. We aren't just a hospital. We have yoga courses and cookery courses and...
And what do you want from me?
Yes. I know your mother, Darren. We had a date here this morning, to be more precise. Me and her. We wanted to hang up some pictures your mother painted in the health center.
Yes, and...
She's not there. She's normally always... She's always punctual, isn't she? This kind of thing never happens.
Look, I don't have a lot of time right now. I'll give her a call, okay? As soon as I'm back in the store. Maybe she's forgotten about your little meeting, Doc.
If you say so, but actually...
I gotta go. I'll call Mom later and tell her that you're waiting for her in the health center. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, that wasn't super pleasant. He got stood up by his mom. Although, it's not necessarily she stood him up, maybe something happened. It's hard to say, right? Because since we know about the curse from the first game, I have no idea how that ties in here. So it could be a curse, it could be just something that's nothing. It's hard to know. I did notice a couple of times in the subtitles, they had center spelled with an R-E, so not American, so, which is fine, but this is supposed to be in America right now, so you would think that the spelling would reflect where you are, so. Interesting. Nothing bad, really, just, you know, something I noticed, is all. So the phone said out of order. He said, yeah, I think it's just when we get back to the store, right? He was saying, when I get back to the store, I'll call. Because the phone here is out of order, and he said he doesn't have time or doesn't want to take time to walk back down to his mom's. Okay. Now, maybe they will have... Maybe they will have chatted themselves out so I can actually get the package. We'll see.
And in this weather.
Wow. They're
You
still
lying.
yammering.
And what did he do?
I need some
Well,
idea
he
how to
just
get
left
that
her
broad
sitting
to
there.
leave.
Ha! Well, she didn't deserve any.
I'm going to do something to her convertible.
That car belongs to the world record talking lady from the shop. That could be useful. Thanks to all the chat.
Fork Truck Pete just can't afford that
Blah,
kind of thing.
blah, blah.
Hey, it's me, okay? And
Don't
I'm
they have
telling you,
anything better to
she
do?
saw him herself.
Okay.
But
Dumb question.
surely it doesn't look as cute as my new convertible.
Now,
Well,
perhaps
hardly.
Mrs. Superficial
Talking
is
of
familiar
which,
with angles.
weren't we going to go for
Or
a
maybe
little
she's-
ride?
Yeah, I'm about to have my lunch break.
Ah, yeah.
Hello? Might I get served here?
Of course. Just as soon as I'm through with this customer.
And that will be when? When she's lying on the floor with blood streaming out of her ears?
Well, really?
I'll serve the lady for as long as I see fit. We spell service with a capital S in this store.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ugh, the young kids today.
Always. I'm always having a fight with them.
So maybe I
Bad
need to,
parents,
like,
that's what it is.
Hit the car, or like
So tell
make
me.
the car alarm go off, and then just stay out here. Maybe that's what I do.
That car belongs to the world record talkie.
I'll just wait and see if she comes out. Maybe. You'd think though that you would go inside and let him know or something, or she would have come out before I went in. But whatever.
Thanks to all the chat, she didn't hear that.
Tow rope. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Great idea. Now I just need some salt, pepper, and oil, and then I can make a dressing. Dog biscuit flavor. No.
that was really good. That was a good combination. Dialogue, I would say. Oh, metal bar. I see. Maybe I do something with that. Bang it on the car or something. Be like, somebody banged your car up.
A flat metal bar. It's broken away from the railings. It's pretty heavy. It's quite ugly enough, thanks.
We're not going to use it on that. What are we going to do?
Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean.
So there's nothing beyond what he said before. Okay. Blind stuff maybe? No, I don't really see They can't hear it because they're talking too loud. Like, I don't know how you don't hear a car alarm go off, but sure, fine. So they're chatting so much they can't hear it. I can't apparently do anything to the car other than do that. So,
That car belongs to the world record.
Oh, my convertible!
there we go. I just timed it badly before, I guess. Scroll through objects on your mouse cursor by using the mouse wheel. Okay.
Hello, is it something like my turn now? Please, don't let me rush you.
Oh, what do you want?
I'm supposed to collect something for Fuller. From the photo studio?
Collection note? This is the one, right here. Have you still got another note? There's another package for Fuller here.
Afraid not. Can I take it anyway?
I might turn a blind eye for nice customers.
So you're not gonna give it to me then?
Hell no!
That's Miss Rosie. That's Miss Rosie, the store lady. She might not be...
So, come back, I guess? Assuming. Let's see.
I've got Fuller's package. I don't want to distract this broad for even a second.
Yeah, okay. I did well. Just in case, but I think I just go back now. So, what is it? It's this one. Oh, hey, it's a lady.
He's sick. That disgusting pig.
What's going on?
Your lovely boss. Does he always try to grope his customers?
No, only the women.
That's not funny.
No, of course not. What can I say? Fuller's an asshole.
Well, he's never going to see me again.
Darren, would you bring the photos to the hotel for me?
Of course. My pleasure.
Thanks, Darren. That's really nice of you. I'm staying at the Wild Coast, room number 5.
No problem. You'll have them this afternoon.
Thanks, my hero. See you later.
Who does the sound design in this? Why was she like talking? I mean, I get she's upset, but she's like really loud, then all of a sudden she's like super quiet. Like, what?
Huh.
Whoa,
That's the guy from the diner. Is he following Angelina?
Hey, you're gonna gawk her ass right off. Whatever the bitch said, it's all a dirty pack of lies.
Right.
Sure.
Back to work. Hey, you got the package?
Yep.
Well then, give it to me.
How'd the photo shoot go?
Ah, shut up.
I only mean the young lady who...
That alley cat's gone, okay? No little goodbye kissy for little Darren. So now, get to work. The shelves here could use with a dusting and the gutter's leaky. And you still gotta take my mama's dogs for a walk. Go back to the post office again and ask if the new photo paper's already arrived. The mailman still hasn't brought a collection note. And the store could also do with a good sweeping.
He's cranky. I guess Angelina did a number on his ego. Nice job. Okay then. The Before I start with all that stuff, I'd better give Mom a quick call and remind her she was gonna take the pictures to the hospital. And somehow I've got to get a hold of the film so I can make some prints of Angelina's pictures without Fuller catching me doing it. Huh. Fuller. Well, I've only been working here a few days. This is probably the most stressful.
Yeah,
And the reality looks a little different.
Okay,
These photo mounts are made of a kind of pressed card. You can stick photos into them to make them easier to hang. The drawback is that they can get easily dusty. I don't need any of them. It's rare that I even hang any of my pictures. On my first day, my friendly boss made it very clear to me that he kept an exact account of the amount of money in the till. A little hint that I shouldn't consider ripping them off. I'm not interested in the cash till.
There'll be a note or whatever, a collection note somewhere, right? There are a couple rooms over here to the left, though. This is basement, which is where I was. Back room. Dark room. Bathroom. Jeez, guy's coughing is annoying. Anyway.
Those are Fuller's dirty shoes for outside. In here, he wears other dirty shoes.
He's just dirty.
If there was a garden outside and not just a garbage dump, I'd have guessed that Fuller wore them to work in the garden. There's clay and earth on the soles. Nothing interesting to see.
Clay and earth on the soles. That is strange. Maybe not a clue, but it seems like it could be also. I don't know.
Nothing in the whole damn world would make me want to open this door. You've just got to have a look around here to get the impression of what it looks like in there.
At least use a mask. Yeah.
No.
Like the Coco, right? He's got the Coco big time, even though it's 1993 before Coco was even a thing.
The fatso lives on coffee and burritos. That ought to make for an early death. Fuller ate a microwave burrito with, chili chocolate turkey filling yesterday. I didn't even know that kind of thing exists. But it does.
Chili chocolate turkey filling? What in the hell is wrong with people? Why would that ever even be a combination? Okay, that's gross.
A very old-fashioned safe. There's a logo on it. M.T. Schultz, Pittsburgh. Looks at least 100 years old. I find it hard to believe that Fuller hides anything of worth in there. He's more the paranoid type that wants to protect his telephone bill from prying eyes. It's locked. But I've seen how they open these things in those old classic gangster movies. It's locked. What have we got here? The US, Hawaii, something illegible, and Europe. Fuller smeared half of it with his filthy paws. What have we got here? The US?
Well, that's back out. Oh, no. Sorry. Let's see. That's all back. Okay. No use turkey meat as a food product. Turkey's great. I mean, like a turkey sandwich or turkey for like just eating a roasted turkey or something. But yeah, in products, it's not as great. It's definitely true. Depends on what you're doing. Like, I think a turkey burger is even okay. It's not as good as a hamburger, but it's all right. Yeah, I mean, I could do like turkey in some kind of a rice dish as like the meat. It'd be like turkey with rice with some chili pepper sauce and maybe like some broccoli or something. That would be all right. That sounds like that would taste okay. I don't know for sure, but to me it would be fine. I
A
think.
greasy map of the world. My World Tour is written next to it. A few places are marked. The USA, around Utah, Arizona. Then over to Hawaii. Afterwards comes North Africa, possibly Egypt. Then China, and then Europe. Looks like somewhere in Germany.
That's where Fuller's planning to go, I guess.
A greasy map of the USA.
If this is useful at all. Seems like it wouldn't be. Not right now, anyway. Seems back out.
Should I go through Fuller's garbage? Well, that would mean going through the whole house. I don't think so.
Good one. Touche. I like it. That's the backyard. Okay, let's look at the clock, I guess. Cuckoo clock.
A cheapo old-time cuckoo clock. A testament to Fuller's fine taste for stylish interior decoration. I think Fuller took his mother on a world tour a few years back. Might be a kind of souvenir.
Also, maybe that's what the map was, is that's where he went, however many years
Nothing
back.
stands out. Perhaps this little angular hole on the clock face. Is that how you wind it up? Nothing stands out.
It's pretty much the same, and then all of this backing out. Yeah, I guess that's it for there. Okay.
I should call Mom first and remind her of a date with the doc. Strange that she didn't get in touch with him. She's usually so reliable. A back door with a simple hook securing it. Not exactly Fort Knox style security, but who'd want to break in? And what would they steal anyway?
Is it this phone? There we go.
Huh. Seems like she's on the phone.
What the hell are you doing using my phone? While you're on the clock? I'm gonna take it out of your...
Yeah, whatever. Look, I just wanted to call my mother, but it was busy. It's not gonna make you go bust.
That broad spends the whole day on the phone, right? She already called up once while I was shooting that sweetie. Some drivel about Adrian and a mirror. I hung up. I got better things to do than listen to that kind of crap.
My mother called, and you didn't tell me?
The old lady's not all there in the head anymore, huh? Where you going? You're not on your own time yet.
Mom?
Too off, dude.
Mom! Mom!
Dude, she's talking about a mirror? It's not great.
Her heart's beating. She's alive. Mom, can you hear me? Mom! Nothing. But she's still breathing. Mom's cordless telephone. Okay, think, Darren. I need an ambulance. Emergency? Yes, my name is Darren Michaels. I've just found my mother. She's unconscious.
I know. That's what exactly he's when he said she called about Amira. I was like, whoa, wait, what?
Take it to the hospital, but take it real easy. I'll be following in my car in a minute.
How does it look?
Difficult to say, Darren. She must have stumbled, and now she's got a serious head injury. Exactly how bad it is, we can only find that out in the hospital.
But how can she fall so badly that she...
It's not the time for that now. Was your mother taking any kind of medication?
I don't know. She always has a load of painkillers for her back. No idea.
Please, collect anything that looks like medication and bring it back to me in the hospital. What about allergies?
Not that I know about.
That's not good enough. Could you find out the family doctor's number? Perhaps get a hold of her medical records.
Yeah, I'll go look. I'll see you in the hospital.
Very good. Oh, yeah. And we need your mother's insurance card.
That too? Okay, please, can you hurry? Oh man. Medication, insurance card, med history. I better hurry.
But not right now. That's where we're going to end this tonight. So all right. So that's it for now. Thanks, Silhouette and Monmouth, for joining me. I appreciate it. Yep. So like I said, so about roughly a little bit less, but basically about 2 hours or 12 hours from now, we will be doing Beyond Invisible, the kind of object hunt sort of point and click whatever that has a horror theme that we started on Halloween. And then about, again, slightly less, but about 22 hours from now, we'll be doing more Darkness Within 2 Dark Lineage. So we'll continue that as well. So, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, guys. As always, I enjoy the support, and I like talking to you guys, and, you know, discussing the game, trying to figure out stuff as I go, and talk about things about the game, just in general. It's nice to be able to share that with you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Till next time, stay safe. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.